ready?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Here we go, boys. We are live. Game number 1. Gino versus Steve. Monster Steve. And the first quarterfinals. Let's go. Acri in the house. CS Pro in the house. It is Gino versus Monster Steve. Gino going as Allied America. Steve as Soviet. Tiger Bay picked by Monster in the first game. And we are in the quarterfinals. Let's have a look.
Building captured.
Gino will spawn bottom right. Steve top left. Airport for each. And an oil each as well. Thank you, Critical Mets. Let's go. Yeah, this tournament sponsored by Nightshades, boys. Big up to Nightshades. Gino went through Abdo and Drunken Master to get to the quarterfinals. Steve went through Zarar and Ed to get to this point in the quarterfinals as well. All the girls want to be duped. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Grizzlies are already out for the allied player. The Rhinos are out as well. Where is the War Factory? There it is. Oh, there they are. 2 Rhinos on the oil. Kinda out of position. The Spillbuck is not reaching. Gino will hold and gets the flag kill, so the Rockies are free to roam. No splits yet. There's a split from Steve, straight down the middle. Gets a free Grizzly kill here. Gino looking. Yeah, he will hold, Nothing going on. There's still 2 Rhinos on the right side. Ah, Steve giving away his split here. Oh, Gino not getting the 2 other ones killed. Here comes a Harrier. Harrier misses. Another split by Steve. In the middle on the airport. And 2 on the oil. Para. Steve might get the oil kill here at the bottom. No, he will not. No. No, he's not gonna get it. So Gino will hold. Gino responding really well to these splits from Steve. But now Steve has nothing at home. Free miner kill for sure. Gino goes back. Takes this fight. He can still get this. Oh, he will not get it. Oh, questionable from Gino there to turn around. Nothing else going on. Para. Questionable from Gino. He could have gotten this miner kill. It is AFK though. Steve is not mining with that miner. Here comes Steve. Through the middle again on the airport. This time he will get the airport kill. Pretty equal still. Gino could have gotten more done here. The miner is still AFK from Steve. So Steve running through this para, getting some chip damage. There's still a para from Gino, not doing anything here on that War Factory. How's it looking, boys? How's it looking? 6 miners each. Steve's miner still AFK. Para drop on the War Factory. Steve is on the right side here. Gino not using his paras. This para will be TT back. Meanwhile, yeah, these these GIs are walking back. Might have been a free war factory. Gino now sees the para going back. He can get this war factory. He's too preoccupied here. Still up. Oh, there he goes. Finally. Gets the war factory with the para. Steve is down to 2 war factories. Oh, can he get the... Gets the barracks. That's the only barracks for Steve? No, there's a second barracks here. And another para on the war factory. Again, these paras can do damage if... Yeah, Gino doesn't forget about them. Para's getting a lot of value. And now Rocky's in the main base. Flag comes out, but he's low power. Gets the minor kill. Gino will move. Ah, 2 miners AFK. It's falling apart for Steve. It's falling apart for Steve. Does he have enough tanks though? 25 rhinos versus 28 grizzlies. Gets the MCV kill. And Steve will leave half his tanks behind. Oh, the pathing for Steve. Oh, the pathing. Gives away 3 free rhinos. Gets a minor kill. Gets 2 maybe. No, gets 1 only. Ah, Steve comes back for that split. Gets 1 war factory. Gino is left with 2. Does Steve have enough? He is on 21 rhinos. Gino is out tanking by 10. Steve comes back on the left side and Desolators are out. Vara on the MCV. I love it. Flags come in and this war factory will go down as well. Gino is maybe out tanking by a lot, but he cannot trade. Not yet. As soon as he goes in for the trade, Steve should accept it and just kill Gino off. Here comes an engagement. Gino is out tanking. And has the father. Oh, Gino looking to clean up. Goes after the war factory. Elite. Oh, no more war factories for Steve, so no more drones. Can Gino get this flag kill? MCV went down. So there's nothing left for Steve. Para in Gino's base. Not looking good for Steve.
Player defeated.
And a throw, maybe. Yep, I think that qualifies as a throw. Game 2, we have loaded. We had a last second faction switch there from Gino. That's why we didn't load last game. But here we are. We are Gino versus Monsters, Sov versus Sov on another one of Monsters map picks here. Glowing Waters. So for this map, Gino did switch to Soviet. We are in the quarterfinals, best out of 11, first to 6. We have Monster Steve spawning on the left side as the red player, and the yellow player will spawn on the right side here, Gino. Which spawn is considered the better spawn? Is it the left side or the right side? Not the versions from QM. Oh, And Steve says it is. Boys are talking in game. Not too distracting, I think. They're acknowledging each other. Gino thinks it's not the version from QM, but it is in the QM map pool, this version, I think. I'm not sure, but you can see. Can you show top oil? This oil. The lighthouse shouldn't be able to reach it, right? Something like that. The lighthouse should have been moved a bit. One tile. Marco. This is not QM version? Okay. Well, they should update the map folder then, I think. I'll ask them to... Not a big difference. Nah, he took the lighthouse, so he can't attack his own oil, right? So it should be fine. I believe it's this they modified, right? The lighthouse. Yeah, correct. Yeah. But as long as you take it yourself, it shouldn't matter that much. I'll ask Berg or Neo to update the QM folder for the client maybe after this then. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. Gino really needs to fix his miners or put a... Oh, okay, he's gonna stay here on the ore. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what I saw there. Barrel jump from Gino on the ref at the top. This is a good ref to kill. Gets it. So Steve bit out a ref on the gems here top left. Meanwhile at the bottom, Steve making a move. Oh, but there's a Deso. Oh, Steve has the Desos as well. Oh, the drone does not get the Desolator. Steve is out tanking by 1 and has the father with him. Deso. Pretty equal here. I think he dazzled himself as much as he's dazzled Gino. Gino goes in, but 1 by 1 though. Steve has his temps grouped up, and I think Steve might have come out of that slightly a little bit better there, but not too much of a difference. Steve is 1 tank ahead. He's fully tacked up though. Iron Curtain out and the naval, while Gino has no radar. He's on double war, focusing on his eco still. Double war for Gino and only 1 tank ahead here. And the Dreadnought is out for Steve. No Battle Lab, no naval, so no counter to this Dreadnought. Steve sells his only war factory. Gino goes for the nuke kill. Steve will sell it and defend as well. And it's not looking good for Gino at all. Bear at the top. 1 war factory will go down. Steve will continue to push. Dreadnought gets the ref. Going tech here. Seems to be OP. Absolutely no ref for Gino. He's without a ref. Miners go AFK. Rhinos from Steve still pushing in on the MCV. Gets the kill. No more war factories for Gino. And an elite for Steve as well. Steve has rebuilt his war factory and Gino goes down 1-1 the score. I believe Hammer and Sickle is tier 5. Players can pick it, but it's a free veto. Hammer and Sickle. Here we go, boys. This is Divide Freeze is over. Map pick from Gino is the first map pick from Gino in this series. Monster won the dice roll and lost the first game. So Monster has picked 2 maps. This is the first map pick from Gino. Let's see, Gino will spawn bottom left as the yellow player, switching it back to America. And Steve, the red player, will spawn top right as Soviet Iraq. We will see Gino switch it up between Allied and Soviet a few times, I believe. Gino is a well-known Allied player, but some maps he has said to switch it to Soviet because it's unwinnable by Allied. I believe he does so on Tiburon. We saw it on Glowing Waters. But we will see this series which other maps he will play Soviet as. But I think he prefers to play Allied. He's an Allied player. And I think he went 0 as well here. Yeah, he's on 2 minus 2 refs, so he went 0. Meanwhile, Steve, I think he went 1 or 2 from the War Factory. I think 2. He went double War Factory. Gino targeting the oil here to prevent Steve to get an expansion, and he will. NGIFE drone to counter it. Oh, the drone gets in. Oh. The drone will get the NG as well, just not in time. So the NG IFE goes down. Gino able to kill that oil top left, preventing that expansion for Steve later on in the game. Meanwhile, Steve double War Factory. He is on 6 miners. Gino is on 5. 2 at home, 3 off the expansion. Now Gino is on 6 miners as well. No flags? There are 2 flags on the field for Steve. And our radar. Steve is stacking up. Harriers get 1 flag kill. Gino. There's a flag cannon behind this war. Gino will kill 1 War Factory. Kills 2 rhinos, maybe 3 on his way out. Getting a lot of value here. Steve is not grouped up. Well done by Gino there, not only getting the War Factory, but getting a few Rhino snipes on his way out. Meanwhile, Gino is on double War Factory, Steve is on double War Factory and on radar. And Gino is all the way teched up. Mirages should come out soon. Split from Steve on that oil, bottom right. And he gets something here. Gino not responding, he will lose his oil. Yeah, gives it up. Leaves a barracks there. Nope, Steve will not even let the barracks there. So no more expansion for Gino, bottom right. Mirages are out. 6 for Gino. Engagement here. Not good for Steve. Meanwhile, Spy gets in. Veteran units for Gino coming up next. It's not looking good for Steve. Steve is being out-tanked heavily if you take into account that the Grizzlies and Mirages, the total amounts to 17 versus 10. Oh, that's so... That will even it out a bit for Steve. Nice death zone. Pillbox out, no anti-air. Can Gino hold? Veterans are out. Oh, Elite comes out for Steve. Elite comes out for Gino. Flex. Gino needs to hold here. Elite is still alive for Steve. Not anymore. And another Elite comes out for Gino. And now Gino has hold. And now we'll try to turn the tables on Steve. Steve on 4 War Factory. He has decent eco. He's not out of it yet. What can you do against an allied with veteran tanks? Gino has stopped building Mirages. Fully switched over to Grizzlies. Steve is tacking up. Swap to drones, says Nightshades. Drones will do well against the Grizzlies, but as soon as Steve swaps to drones, I think Gino will switch over to Mirages. His eco is doing well, Gino's, but he will soon need to move his MCV, I think, after he places the ref. There it is. Drones. Drones from Steve. Getting value. Oh, Steve sending in the drones. Gets a minor kill. Still one tank drone from Gino. Gino will still build Grizzlies from the War Factory here. Has the ref here. I think soon Gene will have to move MCV to this ore patch and then here. Steve is going broke. He has the IC out. He is on this ore patch, so his eco should stabilize soon. Coming back to the left side here. Can he get a minor kill? Barra on the MCV. Oof. Steve goes in. Oh, MCV does not get droned. Oh, MCV will get droned. Kills it. Gino kills the MCV. And no service depot for the allied player. But he's not switching to Mirages. He's still staying on Grizzlies. Only thing keeping Gino alive is Steve going broke. The elite is drones. A lot of tanks are drones. Drones will swing the tank numbers in Steve's favor. Out tanking by 8 tanks is Steve. Oh, he leaves his flag behind. And now the Rockies are free to roam. Doggies come in the back. Elites come out for Gino. Gino can take out the flags. Yeah, should. Iron Curtain will be ready soon for Steve again. Oh, what a game. It still has not been decided. Steve's eco has somewhat recovered here. Here comes Gino, top left. Steve will split. Oh, he will pop the IC back at home. There are no flags. 2 more factions go down. Meanwhile, Steve is in Gino's base. Oh, gets the nuclear power plant and the elite kill. 1 war factory is left for Gino. Gino does not have enough. Does he? Goes after the power. The Rock is doing work though, but can Gino do something about these two elites? Oh, MCV goes down! Steve loses his MCV to a para. Now these Rockies needs to kill these Rhinos. There's no IC, he's low power. There are no flags. There are no flags. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be real close. Can Steve get his power back up? I don't think so. There's only one power plant. Two elites though. Gino's targeting the elite. One of them. One building left. Two buildings. One elite goes down. Oh, one building. One building. Oh, where's this? Where does he have another building? Pillbox! There's a pillbox for Gino. Oh my goodness, can Gino hold? The miners are moving in. There's a lot of miners heading that way. Oh, there's a flak! There's a flak! Oh, Steve still had a flak on the field. Oh my goodness. There's still a flak. Oh, the flag goes down! Oh my goodness! Oh my god! 7 miners versus a pillbox! 2 HP! It's going in the red! Can he get it? Gets it! Oh my goodness! Steve takes it! Oh my god! Gino versus Monster. Here we go, boys. Game 3. We have loaded in Lake Blitzen. This is another map pick by Gino. Let's see. Gino is sticking to Allied, so this is correct. Gino picked Lake Blitzen. Let's have a look. Gino, the yellow player, will spawn top left. There he is, top left. And we have Steve, bottom right, the red player, as Soviet Iraq. This tournament sponsored by Nightshades. Thanks to Nightshades, boys. Let's go. Ooh, we've had brilliant games so far in the tournament. Brilliant series. Gino going AFC first. Angie is in the house. Historian X is in the house. Let's go. Zaslan is here. Sandstorm. Bako Saka is here. Rick. Marco. Nightshade. Let's go. The boys are in. 2 Rockies on the power plant. Flag comes in. And let's have a look here. Steve goes in with 2 Rhinos. It should not be enough. And it's not. Steve does take the tech outpost here. So Steve has a tech building over on Gino's side of the map. 2 Rockies on the war. Nobody has taken the techs yet. They're just too preoccupied. Gets a free Grizzly kill, but Steve gets a minor kill. But he will trade. He will trade almost all of his tanks for a miner. He might have traded too much here. Yeah, I don't think it's oh. Can Steve even it out? No. Gino's ahead in tank numbers, but is Gino not producing? Oh, he went minor. Steve sold. Who's ahead here? Steve has not gotten his gems. 2 minors on ore. Gino sold as well. Para from Gino will get chip damage. Who is ahead here? I think it's pretty equal. Both of them on 2 minors. None of them getting gems. None of them on oil. Oh, the veteran goes down. Oh, Elite GI doing work. Oh, the Elite GI swinging it in Gino's favor. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Gino is gonna get his oils. Yeah, he's looking to get the oils, while Steve wants this oil. He's gonna get it. Yep, gets the oil. The Elite GI will go down. Meanwhile, Steve trying to make something happen here. Gino getting another oil here. This building is just so tanky, but Gino destroys it. So Gino and Steve are both on 2 oils, but Gino can capture these 2 oils soon and just have a bonus in eco, and the longer the game goes on, the more it's gonna favor Gino. This ore patch is gonna be depleted soon. Yeah, 2 more oils. 4 oils to 2. And Gino's gonna capture this one back. There's nothing. Oh, maybe. Who's gonna get there first? Nope, Gino's gonna catch it back, capture it back. Gino, stop producing. Gino is not producing tanks. Reinforcements from Steve though. Gino captures all the oils on the field. He should be very patient here. Just defend the... Yeah, oh, loses a miner. But I don't think it matters. Even if Steve got even because Steve got that miner kill, it doesn't swing it in his favor. Gino is still getting a lot of money from the oils. He doesn't need any miners, I think, on 1 war factory production. And now taking on this fight, looking very good for Gino. Chasing down the rhinos. And looking to tie up the game is Gino. Ulting the war factory, did not get the war factory. Gino will kill this war factory now.
Player defeated.
And we're all tied up. 2-2 to score. We are on Montana. DMZ, boys. Let's go. Or Montana, DMZ, whatever you prefer. Gino versus Monster. Gino will stick to Allied and he will have double paradrops as soon as he captures the airport. That's something Steve has considered, I think, and he outweighed his options. He said, I don't care, I'll go Soviet. Here he is, Steve, the red player. A lot of early eco for the Soviet player as well, so that makes Soviet strong on this map. But will it be stronger than double para for the Allied player? We're gonna find out soon, boys. I think both factions should work on DMZ. I prefer going as Soviets. but that's my personal preference. AFC is out. Double para on the first map. Tiger Bay, indeed, yeah. Gino did forget about those paras, though. Quite a few times, so let's see how he does this time. That's true, Nightshade, yeah. On Tiger Bay it was. I think it could have been even more effective for Gino if he didn't forget about them. Steve did go a miner from the War Factory. He did not go 0. 3 Grizzlies. 1 miner being targeted. Steve will bring this miner to safety. Meanwhile, power plant gets targeted. A lot of pressure from Gino, looking to get this miner killed. Will get the barracks. Yes, he will. 1 miner AFK and almost dead for Steve. What else is going on? Para from Steve, top right, not doing anything yet. More paras from Gino on the MCV from Steve. Gino is targeting the MCV with the para. Dogs will deal with the para from Steve, top right. Oh, he might force an on deploy here. Gino might force an on deploy here. Nope. Steve will defend and push Gino out of his base. Barracks is back up. Steve on 3 miners. Now double War Factory out. What else is going on here? Gino stopped building tanks. How is he only on 3 Grizzlies? I think Gino forgot to build tanks, boys. He's on 10k. Prism tower up. Oh, he goes low power. Gino is low power. Sells a ref. Prism does no damage. Forgot about tanks. It's looking that way. Double War Factory now for Gino, and Steve is back in it. Yeah, he was on 3 Grizzlies in Steve's base for the longest of all. He just did not produce anything. And I believe he did not realize it's impossible. Otherwise impossible that Gino still had only 3 Grizzlies. Advantage is gone. Steve has recovered well. He does have all of his miners on 1 patch of ore here. Comes Steve through the middle. Goes after the miners at the top. That's a nice target. Gets a miner kill. Almost gets... Nope. Good damage from Steve though. Gets a miner kill and brings the total back to 4 for Gino. There is Param. Gets a barracks. Maybe he got in a War Factory as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Steve was on 3 War Factories or not, but MCV move from Gino. He is out tanking by 5 Grizzlies, 6 Grizzlies. Para again at the top here. The Deso is out. Steve is on radar tech. Yo, Mr. Charbel in the house. Let's go. Welcome back. Average age of pro players, I think, should be 30 and up. oldest pro players are around 35, and then you have a few players that are 18 that are pro players, which brings it a little bit down, right? So I would say 30 years old, the average age. Para on the War Factory, Para on the ref. Oh, Steve goes in. Gino goes in, I have to say. Oh, there's a Deso helping out Steve here. There's still 2 Paras. One will get the War Factory. Gets it. Steve down to 1 War Factory. Meanwhile, Steve goes in. It's not looking good for Gino. Base trade, yeah. Steve will return. Steve will return, will retreat to base. I don't think Gino's gonna get the MCV. No, he's not gonna get it. Targeting the power plants. This time there are no flags for Steve. There are no flag cannons. No flag troopers, there's no flags. Rockies might win it for Gino. Rockies might win it for Gino. Jesus fucking Christ, says Monster Steve. The Rockies might win it here. And the Paras. Steve has a lot of buildings to destroy here. 1 sentry is left.
Player defeated.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Steve tried to get his power back up, but just not enough time. As soon as he placed that power plant up, the Rockies destroyed it, so I don't think there was a way for Steve to get his power back up. This is Monster or Steve's map pick, Golden State Valley, and Gino will switch it to Soviet Iraq. The yellow player spawning bottom left. We have Steve top right, the red player, also Soviet Iraq. War factories are out on the oil. Double para drop. Stressful as fuck. Yep. Yes, sir. Sniper in the house. Let's go. Saw is here. Let's go. The boys are in. 3-2 to score. Gino is ahead. This is a best out of 11. First to 6. Drones are out. Here comes Steve's. Steve's drone will find a miner. Gino's drone still here at the top. And here at the middle as well. Gets a Rhino. Oh, this Rhino. Drone is still alive. And now he goes down. So did get a Rhino kill here. Gino will save his miner. Oh, but not this one. This one is droned. It's not going to survive. Steve getting value. Double drone. Working out for Steve. And he is on 3 miners, so he is ahead. Oh, tank might get saved. Yep. Goes in for the repair. AFK miner. Again. Nope. Steve puts it back to work. Well done. Here comes again a 3rd miner for Gino. So Steve is on 4 miners. He is a miner ahead because of that drone. Steve looking to slow down Gino again. Gets it. So that will force another service depot from Gino, and he will be way behind. Steve is on double war factory. He will need a 2nd service depot as well, so Gino doing well to join that miner. So they're both slowing each other down, but I still think that Steve is ahead here. He is on double war. He is a miner ahead. Gino's gonna build another ref before going double war. There it is. Same amount of miners now, but a split from Steve. He can do that. He is outproducing. Kills a miner. MCV cell and everything cell for Gino. He's down to 1 war factory, 1 power play. He does have power. Leaves behind a sentry. Goes in on a Desolator. Gets a miner kill, maybe 2. Gets 2. Has the fodder with him. Can Gino turn it around? Just a lot of tanks for Monster. Not looking good. Nope. Not looking good for Gino. Steve looking to tie it up again.
Player defeated.
GG Colt, and we're all tied up. 3-3 to score. Welcome back, NVT. H. Lopper, you thought Ed would cruise all the way to the finals. Yeah, Ed got knocked out by Monster in the last 16 round. Here we go. Map pick by Gino. Dawn of Peril. He brings out Franz, boys. He's going as Franz versus Monsters Iraq. Bottom left, we have Gino, the yellow player. Top right, we have Steve, the red player. This series is going pretty equal. Nobody has been 2 games ahead yet. Not yet. It is first to 6 in this best out of 11. First to 6. Winner will continue in the semifinal. Loser will be knocked out. All quarterfinals have been scheduled, boys. Check it out on the schedule. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. No, I cannot. Nope. I'll post the schedule after the game, boys. Now, this is the first quarterfinals. We have quarterfinals on Monday, Tuesday, and hopefully on Wednesday. Yes, sir. That's right. Nightshades. AFC is out for Gino. Will he bring out the service depot? Is he going to bring out multiple MCVs this game? Meanwhile, Steve goes double war factory. He's on 5 miners versus 6 from Gino. 7 maybe? Yes, 7 from Gino. First cannon in the back. A cannon in the back for Gino. What is this cannon placement? Somebody please explain to me why. Steve. Destroying the gems in the middle. There's the service depot. What is this cannon, boys? Harrier misses. Backdoor stopper, yeah. Cannon in the middle. Steve is doing well to pressure Gino here and to force him to place cannons in his main base. Cannons in the middle will be tough to contest with. Gino is down the cliff. Steve is now at the cliff. What is Gino gonna bring out? An MCV? I think he's gonna bring out a second MCV soon. Cannon in the middle. Meanwhile, Steve is on triple war. Here's the MCV, second MCV for Gino. back. There's a cannon. Steve gets a minor kill. 2 miners go down. Steve doing real well to pressure and to keep on pressuring. 2 rhinos. Gino needs to repair. Loses a cannon in the middle. Still has not deployed his MCV. Steve is still here. Deploys the MCV. Targets the power, but Gino still has power. Loses the flags. More incoming in the middle. Cannon in the middle. Steve, I don't think he got a minor kill. Nope. Gino is on 9 miners versus 7 from Steve. So his eco is doing okay. He's getting gems in the middle. Stretching towards Steve base is Gino. Forward cannon in your face. And now the allied player is getting some steam. He's getting steam and he's going. And he has map control. He is out tanking and has cannons out in the field. Steve's window is closing. MCV move from Steve. He's on 4 war factories. But his eco is gonna take a hit. He's been bullied out of the middle. The early pressure, I liked it from Steve. It was not enough. It was not enough. Now Steve trying to come from the backside. Trying to backdoor the allied player. MCV move from Gino to the right side as well. Steve doing well, gets another minor kill. Meanwhile in the back here. The split will go down, did not get anything done. Drones get absolutely nothing. MCV and another rev there for Gino. Gino is on $14,000 and stretching towards Steve. It's gonna be big trouble for Steve. I like the Carnies on the cliff. Nothing else going on, no splits. Preventing the French player to build up this cliff is Steve. This cannon though. Yeah, forcing the cell. Gino is on $15,000. Steve has teched up now. And here's the Kirov indeed. 3 war factories, but Steve's eco not the best. He's gonna need to move MCV again soon. Split on the second MCV from Steve. Does Gino see it? This split might get something done. If Kirov gets a cannon and that... Oh. And maybe a barracks. Second MCV does go down. Gino not responding to this split. Really late, and an elite comes out for Steve. There are 2 other MCVs for Gino. This split will return back home. Oh, this minor. Gino getting 2 minor kills. Let's go, John, with a resub and gifted sub. Let's go. This pathing though for Gino. He says, dear God, my goodness, this pathing, bro. Iron Curtain will be ready for Steve. Thanks a lot, John. VIP in the house. 35 months. Resub. Let's go. VIP indeed. There's a lot of tanks from Steve, and he can IC them at any time. His IC is ready. Comes Gino from the back. Still no IC. There's a Kirov coming in as well. Can Steve make something happen here? Gino might go for a base trade. I think he's thinking about it. He is indeed thinking about it. MCV is up for the taking. Or will Steve... No, he will not. He will not. I see it. I think trading is the best thing that Gino can do. Oh, Steve losing so many tanks. Oh, losing all of his tanks.
Player defeated.
And he did not even pop the IC. Hope you're doing well, John. Welcome back, bro. Gonna be a barn burner. Yeah, these boys, these two are going at it. They're pretty close in level as well. Their level of playing, man. As we spawn onto Golden State Freeway, the score is 4-3 in Gino's favor. We will see Gino play Soviet Iraq again. He's switching it up. Here we are. The yellow player spawning bottom left. Top right we have Steve. The red player also Soviet Iraq. 2 oils each. We've got gems off the oil. Same thing for Gino. If he can get this oil, he has not taken the oil yet. And this drone might kill this NG. He's still looking for it. There it is. Now gets his second oil. Yes, bro. No. Steve's drone will fail. One of them will fail. Oh, Gino took this building. That's very annoying. Gino took this building. Still, nobody has droned each other, I think. They both still have a drone out. Ooh. Okay, there it goes. Steve finally gets a miner drone here from Gino. So Gino needs the service depot. We'll get it out in time and we'll save this miner. Gino needs to move his miners. Oh, it's moving one already. This miner will be repaired to full health. Gino forgetting about him. And now the miner goes AFK. Okay, Gino puts it back to work. Tells the service depot. He's on double war factory though. What are we looking at here? Steve is a miner ahead. Did not sell MCV. Gino is a miner behind. He is ahead in tank numbers. And he's ahead in war factories as well. Steve is only on 1 war. What is the game here for Steve? Puts a ref here at the top. Double war factory sell. Something like that for Steve. Being bullied off of his gems. Double war factory sell for Steve. Gino already sold. He still has gems. Double war factory. Steve still has his MCV. Radar. forward barracks sell? He's not selling, boys. He needs a forward barracks before selling. There's the forward barracks. Still has the MCV. Nice deso. Nice deso from Steve. Still has the MCV. Here comes Steve. Gets a war
Player
factory.
defeated.
And Gino quits the game. Gino versus Monster. Gino will switch it back to Allied America on this, his map pick, Stardust. Stardust by Wavepie and Ravage. We are in the quarterfinals, best out of 11, first to 6. The score is 4-4. The winner will continue to the semifinals. The loser will be knocked out. This tournament sponsored by Nightshade. Let's go. Bottom left, we have Gino, the yellow player. Top right, Steve, the red player. And the first tank is out. Going 0 is Steve. And Gino will go 1 miner from the War Factory. 2 rhinos on the field for the Soviet player. 1 miner from the war. And now Gino switching it up to Grizzlies. It's a ref for Gino off of the tech outpost. Let's see, Steve will also be on the gems on the left side, top left side. Steve coming in on the right side. Pillbox has been placed by Gino. Flag is behind the trees here. Is there a split? No split. Gino will sell the ref. Is he giving up the expansion? He will. So no more expansion for Gino. Gino giving up his expansion. Steve does not want to overcommit yet. Para on the ore. Gino will try to do the same top left. Oh, Gino's pathing though. Steve might get a free war factory here. He targets it and will get it. Has he given up too much for it though? The veteran goes down. Gino chasing. Is Gino out tanking? Yes, he is. 11-7. And here's another war factory for Gino. Steve is on double war. Barra's still here. Second para. Oh, this para running towards this war factory. Might get the war factory. Gets the war factory. Can't get the oil. Used to deploy though. Gets the oil. Nice damage from Gino. Chip damage. Oh, no more flag track. AFK miner. For some reason, there's an AFK miner here. Steve is losing the early advantage he had. They have equal amount of tanks on the field, so Steve is slightly ahead. 1 war factory. Miner is put back to work. Steve without fodder, 2 dogs. Now the dogs come in, but they're all the way in the back. Flag goes down, no more anti-air. Peril drop top left. 3 miners sent to deal with it. Gino is keeping Steve busy, very busy. Here comes Gino. Gino is out tanking, chasing down the rhinos. He's still out tanking by a lot. Now out tanking by 10. He's done well to stretch here, get the gems. Farah on the cliff will be dealt with. MCV move from Steve. Oh, the Para's still here. Para might get the war. Can he get the war? Steve is moving MCV. No sentry. Oh, the tank will run them over. Well done by Steve. Gino is out tanking by a lot. Out tanking by 11 tanks. Here comes Gino up the cliff. He needs to keep on pushing. The dogs are in the back though. Yeah, the dogs stayed in the back. Now pathing and or is it a split? Is a split. MCV move from Gino. Sells the MCV. Twice the amount of tanks for Gino. Twice the amount of tanks for Gino. Para gets the war factory at the top. There's only 1 war factory left. Here comes Gino. Desolator goes down. Oh, the dog killing a Desolator. MCV goes down. Barracks.
Player defeated.
And Steve goes down. And Gino is on match point. 5-4. Game number 10 in this best out of 11. You know how it is. The game number 10 in a best out of 11. Somebody's on match point. And that somebody is Gino. This is Monsters map pick. Split level. Oh my goodness, I forgot to change it. It's split level. Gino switching it to Soviet. I don't think he's won a Soviet. He has not won a Soviet yet versus Steve Soviet, I think. Split level by Monster Steve, boys. Well, split level map pick by Monster Steve, I mean. Here we go. Steve will drone a miner, and Gino will drone a miner. Second drone out for Steve now. Gino repairs his miner. And you see that that service depot came out immediately. Steve's miner, the 1 HP. Can he make it? Oh my goodness. On the depot. On the depot. I was about to say, Gino's service depot came out immediately while Steve's depot was still being built. Steve had to cancel something to build that depot, and unfortunately, he lost the miners, so huge lead for Gino here. He's up by 2 miners. He forced Steve to cancel a building, place the service depot that wasn't even used, so using a veto means you can... The map pick by a player can be vetoed, meaning that you can force somebody to pick another map.
What the fuck is this build? What is this build? This is the worst build I have ever seen.
Here comes a trade.
Hey, look at this mining.
Not a miner goes down. It's not looking good for Steve. Excuse me. Another miner kill. 1 HP miner. Miner goes down. Yeah, it's not good. Steve is only on 3 miners. 1 of them AFK. 5 miners still for Gino. Gino looking to advance to the semifinals here. 5 miners versus 3. 2 War Factory versus 1. MZV cell from Steve, so he will stay on 1 War Factory. And Gino is out tanking as well, repairing his tanks. MCV gets drone top right, but will be saved. There is a service depot there. Really good try from Monster, a really good run from Monster in the tournament. Knocking out Zarar and very impressively knocking out Ed. But I think that his epic run has run out, boys. I don't think Steve can take this one, unfortunately for Steve, boys. But he did have a very good run in the tournament. Let's go. Going in is Steve. We'll get 4 drones in. He will thin out the numbers, but still, Gino is out tanking by twice the amount of tanks. Connie's going in top right. Going in is Gino. He has too much. He doesn't even need tank control. And it's 6-4 for Gino. GG's. GG's, boys. Well done. You're welcome. You're welcome. 6 for the final score. Split level goes to Gino, and Gino will continue in the tournament. He will be the first. Excuse me. He will be the first to continue to the semi-final. Let's have a look. Gino versus Monster Steve. Final score is 6-4, and Gino is the first one in the semi-finals. And he will wait on the winner of Zaslan versus Ludovic. The winner will face Gino.